friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today I'm going to do a video that I did, I think, about a year ago. I'm going to chat about 5 brands that excite me and 5 brands that do not. I think Samantha March initially did this video, and I will have her channel linked down below, of course. I had a lot of fun doing this video when I did it about a year ago, and I thought it was about time to revive it again. I feel like brands change, our perception of brands change, and especially right now for me, while I'm not trying to buy makeup, it's interesting for me to really sit and reflect on which brands are still providing excitement and joy for me, and which ones are just kind of like not. Before we get started, I don't hate any of the brands that are on the do not excite me list. They just simply aren't exciting me right now, and maybe they used to. You guys will just have to compare based on my initial video and this one, but I don't hate any of those brands. And then also, if I don't mention a brand period in this video, it doesn't mean they don't excite me either. I'm very much excited by a lot of brands. These 5 are just ones that I feel like get me the most excited right now, whether it be their campaigns, their new releases, their packaging, their products themselves. There's various reasons, and I will get into them with each brand, but don't assume that just because I don't mention a certain brand means I'm not excited about them. I most likely am, just maybe not quite as much as these 5 at this very second. Basically, moral of the story is this is just for fun. It's just a little chatty video to talk about makeup brands. I would love to get this conversation going with you guys as well. I would love to know what's exciting you and what just isn't. I would love to know just like what's changed over time. Maybe something used to excite you and now it's just not anymore. Oh, really quick, before we get into it, I did film this look already. It's part of my 2 more looks with the Gemini palette. It should already be up by the time this video is up. But without further ado, let's stop rambling and hop into the video. I'll probably be looking down a lot for this video just because I'm going to be scrolling on the individual Instagrams just to help further explain my thoughts on why I may or may not be super excited about the brand right now. Let's just go back and forth. We'll do an exciting one and then a not exciting one. We'll just ping pong. I think that'll be good. Let's start out with some positivity. Sugar Pill has pretty much excited me since day one, but especially ever since the Fun Size palette launched, I've been just so excited about the brand. They don't release an insane amount of things, so it's not that I'm excited about constant releases, because if anything, that can be overwhelming. I feel like they're releasing things at a really good pace, and I feel like what they're releasing is really exciting with their new palettes. They're coming out with new shadows. They came out with some new liquid lipsticks. Pretty much everything they're coming out with has me really excited. I'm loving the packaging ideas that they're doing. I'm loving the color schemes. I just feel like they have a very creative flow going right now, and I'm really into it. I keep waiting for the moment that they hopefully announce another capsule palette, because I definitely want that series to continue. I find myself very inspired by their Instagram page, and overall this brand just has me super pumped. I feel like I use a Sugar Pill product pretty much every day in my routine, and I just can't get enough of them right now. They're a very exciting brand for me. All right, and now a brand that isn't exciting me so much, and it's probably not a surprise, is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I feel like it kind of started when they did that back-to-back-to-back collab palettes. I didn't like that. I feel like they really should have given more time to let the collaborators shine, but instead that they just kind of got swept under the rug. And then there's that whole thing with the new Norvina line, which is supposed to be a separate brand, but yet the Norvina palettes are still posted on Anastasia's Instagram page. So it's like they're separate, but not really. I feel like they were releasing things way too fast. I do realize Norvina made a statement that this next Norvina palette that's launching is going to be her last palette for the year. So that's good. That makes me happy that they're slowing things down a little bit. But even despite the constant releases, I'm just not excited about anything that's coming out. There's the Norvina palettes, which are just like huge. The only thing that's excited me so far is the mini Norvina palette, and you can see I have it sitting back there. I just got it as a gift, and I'm so excited to play with it. That will be coming soon, I promise. That might already be up on my channel by the time this is up, actually. But even these like cake liners, I thought I'd be excited, but I'm not super excited. The mascaras, I don't know, it just isn't exciting anymore, and I feel like maybe if they would have spaced out the releases a lot more, they would have stayed exciting, because for me, one of the things that I really liked about the brand is they didn't launch things constantly, and I feel like once they kind of made that change, it just made it less exciting for me. But maybe a lot of people are really into it and that's why they decided to keep doing that, but for me it just isn't working. This next brand that's pretty much always excited me as well is Melt Cosmetics. I feel like their campaigns are beautiful. Their collections are always stunning. I feel like there's always so much thought put into them. Everything always looks so creative. I love the color stories. I love the additional products they include in collections aside from just the eyeshadow palette. Like sometimes they'll include glosses, sometimes it's liquid lipstick, sometimes it's liners. I feel like they do a really good job curating collections to fit a theme. Their photography is beautiful for their product shots. I feel like their packaging is always stunning. I love playing with melt products. I don't have too many, but every time I pick something up, I'm just reminded at how excited I am about them. And they're one of those brands that I would literally be so happy to just have a shopping spree with if I ever just came to a ton of money, because they just have so many cool things and I feel like they're very innovative and I just really like their vibe in general. Melt Cosmetics is doing great things for me. Another brand that isn't very exciting to me, and I honestly don't know if they ever really have been exciting to me, is Huda Beauty's brand. Sometimes they come out with palettes that I'm like, oh, that's pretty cute, but as a general rule, I'm never overly excited about anything. I only own one product, and it's not even because they launched it and I was excited about it. It's because a long time after it launched, I heard another YouTuber rave about it, and that's why I picked it up. It's the Huda Beauty Tantour, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I'm looking at their page and like they have some pretty stuff and their colors are nice, but nothing screams to me. Nothing makes me just super inspired, super excited. I don't know, a lot of it doesn't really appeal to me. It's very few and far between when I'm like, oh, that's catching my eye, okay. For the most part, they stay sitting on the back burner, and I don't really think twice about them. When I think of makeup brands I really like, they would never come to my mind because I really just don't care. I just don't care, frankly. Another exciting brand for me, and this will probably also not come as a surprise to any of you because I'm very pumped about this brand, but I love Milk Makeup so much. I feel like they also release at a steady enough pace where they have like frequent enough launches, but not so much that I feel overwhelmed. And I don't even necessarily love everything they release. Like some of the products don't appeal to me at all, but their campaigns are beautiful. I love the aesthetic of them. I love looking at them. I love reading about them. Even if I have no intention about buying, I just get really excited when they launch a new product because I just know there's gonna be a beautiful campaign to go with it, and that's so exciting. I use so much Milk Makeup in my daily makeup routine. I just love them. I've been loving them for quite a long time, and I just can't wait to see more from them because everything they're doing makes me happy. Like I said, even if it's a product that I'm not interested in buying, I'm still happy to see it. I don't know if that makes sense. They're just very good with their packaging and their photography. I get really excited about this brand. This one that I'm not excited about is probably gonna surprise some of you. And again, I don't want you to think that I don't like this brand because I do like the brand. I'm just not excited about them right now, but it's Lime Crime. I feel like they just haven't launched anything in a long time that's really sucked me in. Yes, the new freckle pens are very exciting, but beyond that, it's been a long time. Their latest eyeshadow palettes haven't done much for me, especially since I tried that Venus Vivid palette and it was a disaster. I've been not interested at all in trying their other palettes. The lip blazes were pretty fun. I really liked those. That was a fun launch, but those new lip pops, lipsticks did not look good to me. I'm not excited about any of their hair products. I haven't heard great things about the hair products in general. Overall, I'm just not excited. I can't really express much more than that. Their releases have just been kind of dull, or it's kind of just like, who asked for this? And I'm not excited. The things about Lime Crime that excite me are products that they've had for a long time. Nothing new has really caught my eye. They had that fairy collection recently. Not one thing about it appealed to me. I don't know. They're like boring right now. They need to come back. And again, I love the fact that they have the freckle pens now. I have them both. But beyond that, nothing else is really catching my eye. This next brand that excites me might be surprising just because they haven't launched something, I think, since December. But Kaleidos Makeup will forever be a brand that excites me, again with their campaigns, the packaging, the theming of the products. I feel like they put so much thought into them. I feel like they're doing very different things with their colors and their types of products, and I'm just so excited about them. I love looking at their palettes. I love looking at their lip products. Their brushes make me happy. I want more so bad. Their Instagram is always super inspiring with what they're posting, and I'm constantly just so excited to see what comes next. I can't wait for another palette. I can't wait for more types of products because they've obviously ventured into other things with lip products, highlights, brushes. I'm so excited about this brand, and I can't wait to see what else is to come in the future. This next brand that isn't very exciting for me right now is Juvia's Place. This is just another brand where they aren't necessarily like releasing horrible things, but nothing they've released in a long time has really got me excited. I love some of their older palettes. I love their old blush palettes. I love their loose highlight in Clio. I love their concealer. but I feel like the most recent launch out of all that was at least a year ago. Any of the palettes they've launched since then hasn't really been my cup of tea. I was a little bit into that kind of fall toned, what's it called? The Nomad palette. I was kind of into that, but I didn't pick it up because I didn't think I would really like it long term. So I passed on that. The mini palettes were cute, but again, they weren't something that I thought that I needed. I don't know. I just haven't been super like excited to buy something from them in a long time, which is kind of sad because I used to be so pumped for them. It was pretty much a guarantee that if Juvia's Place released something, I was going to buy it about a year ago. But I don't know, I've just kind of lost interest in them a little bit. Again, I still like what I have a lot, but nothing new is really catching my eye lately, and I'm ready just for something to really call to me from them again. And finally, our fifth brand that excites me is Likely Makeup. They're a newer brand. Jordy's only had her brand about maybe a year or so now, give or take a little bit, and I just get so pumped. Again, the Instagram feed is always so inspiring. The packaging is always so amazing. She custom designs everything herself. The artwork is beautiful. Her styles of lashes she comes out with are so fun and innovative. They're not things that I normally see from lash brands. Her blush palettes, you guys already know how much I love them. I'm loving everything about the brand, and while she doesn't have too many things in her brand yet, the things that she has gets me so pumped. I'm constantly waiting for a new blush palette from her. I'm constantly lusting over these lashes. I feel like her campaign shoots are always so beautiful. I love the artists that she posts on the Instagram page. It's just everything about it gets me super excited and inspired. I'm loving Likely Makeup as a brand right now. I need more. And finally, this last brand that doesn't excite me is a brand I've never tried before, but it's Glamlight, and I know they're very popular amongst people. They have literally almost 500,000 followers on Instagram, which is crazy, but nothing appeals to me, and it must just be the way they do their packaging and their theming. I don't think I like the food themed stuff. I'm okay with sweet themed things, but not just this full-on food. And I feel like maybe the packaging I like things to look a little more luxe, a little more sleek. These are just a little too cartoony for me. And for the most part, everything's just a rainbow palette. The new Street Taco palette is kind of cute, but again, not enough for me to be like, yeah, I totally need that. I'm not inspired by any of this, and I'm not excited, and I don't want to spend money on it. I don't know. Maybe they'll change my mind one day, but as of right now, I'm not and have not been excited by this brand pretty much at all ever. And I feel like that's super unpopular for me to say because obviously they have a lot of followers. I think people really, really like them. I'm not into their branding. I'm just really not. Anyways, that is it. Those are 5 brands that excite me and 5 brands that are not exciting me. Again, if I didn't mention a brand, it doesn't mean that they aren't exciting. It just means they weren't one extreme or the other. You know what I mean? I'm very excited by a lot of brands. I'm also quite bored by a lot of brands, but these were the ones that came to mind first when I was really thinking and researching and trying to think of what got me excited. I would love to know your thoughts. Do you agree with anything I said? Do you disagree? I would love to know what's on your list for things that excite you and things that don't. I think it's fun to just like kind of chat about this makeup kind of objectively, especially in a time where a lot of us aren't buying it right now. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to leave your most exciting emoji. What emoji do you use when you're excited, or what do you just find to be exciting? I know that's stupid, but it's fun. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's Beauty and follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Isn't so much exciting me, and I don't think it